It's about a dozen TPKs later now, and I have given up on normal difficulty. So I have switched it to story time, and I've reloaded an old game and made my way back down here to where I left off in the Foundry, because I have gotten killed here so many times, I cannot figure out how to get past these battery sirens. So, story time it is. Had enough of it. Trap detected, as before. And now watch how easy it is on story time difficulty. I don't even have auto pause on anymore. Oops, trap triggered again. No, actually, it's still... this is still the hardest encounter, even on story time difficulty. Still, by far, the hardest encounter on this level. Even on story time. Done and done. Screw that. Ain't nobody got time for getting killed a dozen times by a stupid double battery siren encounter. You know, actually, I think I might actually set it back to easy now, now that I've gotten through that. Let's camp and, set it back to easy. Story time is just a little bit too easy. Yeah, okay, difficulty changes will take effect on any map you have not yet visited. So it's... I'm not sure what that means, because it does actually change the combat. I guess maybe it adjusts how many enemies you encounter based on the difficulty setting. So it only does that when you enter a new map, maybe? I don't know. But we are ready to take on the White Forge now, I believe. Oh, let's open this lock here. This chest again. Campfire is in there.
The Guardians will hold the door as long as need be.
Everyone else is ready. So few of us remain.
Lord Abida, guide our hands and steel our hearts. Give us the mercy of your forge.
Forgot to turn up the volume. That's okay, we heard it before. Let's grab all the stuff. There's the stairs leading up. Alright, let's do this forge and get this over with. Large stone dragon skull stands silent vigil at one end of the circular chamber. Within its maw is a network of steel dividers, tubes, and vents, indicating that this impressive construction served as the furnace for the White Forge. There is a shallow basin at the foot of the furnace, and in the eye sockets of the skull itself are golden rings, evidently meant to house some manner of gem or instrument. I will place one adrosphere into the left eye. With a little climbing, you are able to reach the eye socket and carefully wedge the sphere into place. It fits snugly, and you think you sense a small ripple of energy as the eye is set within. You feel a faint vibration through the skull. It grows in intensity until the very ground seems to shake loose, cobblestones rattling in their settings. You leap from the furnace to confront what is coming.
What stirs in the heart of the battery?
It's me, Drem, hero of Pillars of Eternity and Watcher Extraordinaire. I will place the other adrosphere into the right eye socket. The sphere fits perfectly, and as it drops into place, a peculiar burst of energy ripples outwards from the dragon's eye and through you. The air shifts almost imperceptibly around you. The adrosphere you have placed suddenly blazes with an orange light, fading from a blinding brightness to the vibrant glow of a campfire. A thin smoke rises from both orbs, and in the depths of the furnace you think you hear the rattling of machinery.
Heat. Tremors. They returned.
They? Lava? Lava returns. I'm gonna quick save, because I feel like we're gonna fight something in a second. Oops. I double-clicked by accident. I'm going to place the stone disc that I got at such cost into the hollow space behind the basin. It cost me so many TPKs to get this stone disc. Here we go. You place the stone disc into the basin and find that it fits perfectly within the hollow. Before your eyes, the disc turns of its own accord, rotating this way and that before finally sinking into position. What if it hadn't fit? That would have been hilarious. From deep within the furnace comes a startling metallic screech, as if some hidden mechanism has come to life. From the vents around you rises hot, stale air, and the glow of rising fires. A gust of hot air erupts from the stone dragon's maw. Molten ore drips from the basin, and dark, billowing smoke begins to gush from between the skull's fangs. You hear another rending shriek, but not of machinery. Around you rises a chorus of howls, bodiless voices raised in rage and despair.
Remember yourselves, Pargrunen! Defend the battery!
I knew it. I knew those things were going to come to life. Alright, we're on easy difficulty, so let's not take any chances. It's easy, but I suspect it's still going to be hard. I remember getting killed a lot even playing on easy difficulty. I think I started this game on easy difficulty, and then only toward the end did I switch it back to normal difficulty. Okay. Armor of Faith. Go.
I'm ready.
Reinforcing Exhortation on Adir. Go. Turn down volume. Go. Aloy, give us some mirror images. And my guy is going to do a Puppet Master. No, he's not. They are immune to Charmed. Okay, my Cypher character is completely nullified, so we're going to switch back to damage class behavior, aggressive, and see what the AI comes up with. Wow, they're just resistant to everything. Wow, we're in a terrible position here. Aloth's already almost dead. I can't see anything that's going on. Yes. Aloth, second wind. Aloth's down. Too late for Aloth. Okay, we got a focus fire. Pick one and focus fire, everybody. Well, how about this one here? Everyone but Adra.
I'm ready.
Focus on that one. Okay, let's do a sworn enemy on this one. Endurance, give us some more cool buffs and stuff. Actually, give us a Barbs of Condemnation on this one we're focusing on. Wow. 4 people are dead. 4 people are dead immediately. And I'm playing on easy difficulty now. Wow. Oh wow. Well, we might as well just let it play out, because we're gonna have to reload. We just got murdered. Big time. Only Adra. They're not even close to being killed. Not even close. We barely scratched them. Okay, my cat, once again, is trying to be an annoyance. Well, you know, I'm not even gonna mess with this. I'm just gonna switch it immediately to story time. Switching immediately from easy back to story time difficulty. I'm just not even gonna attempt this again, because I just know it's not gonna get any better. Placing the stone disc in. And here come the bodiless voices raised in rage again.
Remember yourselves, Pargrunen. Defend the battery.
Okay. Wow, still taking damage quite quickly. So I'm still gonna do this as if, and we're just right out in the middle. Just right in the middle. I can't charm them at all. They're completely uncharmable. What about stunning? Can they be stunned? Let's try a stun. I don't think it can be stunned, but we'll try it. Nope, it's immune. Okay, Aloth, do some stuff. Do stuff. Concussive bolts on... Who's hurt? Is anybody hurt? Let's do it on this fragment of Exandru. Badly injured, nice. Armor of Faith on everybody, not taking chances. Focus on the one that's near death. Okay, one's down. Focus on the next dwarf. Second wind. Aloth, get another concussive bolt going.
That's it.
Oh, there's another one down. Alright, I don't think I need to do anything. I think I can just let the AI fight this. There we go. There we go. All done. And what did we get? Awakened Adra. Vibrantly hued piece of Adra still humming with energy. Primal flames. All kinds of stuff. Are we finished now? I found the legendary White Forge. I need to figure out how to use it. I did use it. Now what?
All right, then.
What do I do now? I've completed my mission, but the journal did not update. What does that mean? What am I supposed to use it for?
I shall be discreet.
Oh, I can talk to the crystal. I didn't know that.
Stop, Marauder! Our bodies are dust already. Must you profane holy ground with further violence?
Flames roar and whip from within the forge. As they rise, their glow washes the room in a gory crimson light.
Did the height of our walls offend you? Did we cross your borders? Sell you weak steel? Tell us, why did you invade our fortress?
Behind the anger and through the roaring flames, you hear the voice of a tired old man. Durgan's battery has been deserted for over 200 years.
No, that cannot be. Abidon wouldn't allow it.
The flames flicker and shudder, and the stones beneath your feet grow suddenly cold.
Wake up, Exandru! This is why Abidan gave us the White Forge, that we might take up arms and deal with villains like this.
Heat surges once again from the forge, prickling your skin.
Such a magnificent device, and she can only see it as a tool for war. She shames our grandparents, who wandered this continent and...
Quiet, both of you! Can't you feel it? This chill. This silence.
Why is your voice file so much quieter than the other two? The fires crackle and snap. Was I supposed to talk to this pillar before I went to the forge?
But you entered our keep and found it abandoned. Ruined. What happened to us?
His question drifts from the mouth of the White Forge, wreathing you like a cloud of smoke. Stories say that you fought amongst yourselves and destroyed one another. Well, but I say the official history is that you destroyed yourselves, but it looks like someone or something invaded the battery.
I'd never seen anything like them. Twice the size of any ogre, and positively fearless. They were...
Eyeless. Yet no matter how hard we fought, or how deep we hid, they kept coming for us.
What were they?
Some kind of magfolk, but bigger than any we knew of. We who survived never got close.
They were relentless. Unnaturally so.
And why did they attack you? The forge, I imagine. They didn't stop to explain themselves. Yet I wondered at what monstrous wilder might survive in a place like this.
We should have taken our steel and pushed east.
What's to say they didn't come from the east? From the lands Maroon so coveted?
It was a punishment for taking this gift of Abidon, the White Forge, and squandering it on our greed and vanity.
The other voices say nothing, but you feel their doubt and dissent in the stifling heat of the forge. Go on.
We retreated until there was no place left to go. Until those of us who remained were here.
Here, with the salvation Abidan had left us.
You use the White Forge to channel your souls into the battery.
Yes, using the same methods with which we had fashioned so much cold steel.
It was agony. Feeling your soul ripped from your flesh. Feeling every part of you torn asunder.
Coinmaster Zoltan, you never finish sentences. Every one of your sentences ends with a dash or an ellipses.
But it saved us.
Okay, well, I guess the dashes and ellipses are worth it then.
Imprisoned us.
Differing opinion.
It was Abidan's grace. Now, we inhabit the monument our people built to the White Forge.
What does this have to do with Abidan?
The White Forge belongs to Abidan, of course. It is here that he built his own body.
And whether he found this place or created it, it's a truly remarkable smithy.
Why is there like 2 seconds of silence before every one of your lines, Coinmaster Zoltan?
We Pargrunin are wanderers by nature. But it was Abidan's call that led our forefathers here after generations spent along the Pearl Coast and Air Glonfath.
So the old stories say. Then again, I can't see any other reason our grandfathers would have stayed here when greener lands lay east.
Well, that's all well and good, but how does the White Forge actually work?
Its fires have been blessed by Abidan. They're fed by Aora's molten heartbeat and veined with Adra that runs to the center of the world.
Adra.
Which explains their conductive power. See, these Adra veins allowed us to siphon essence into steel as we shaped it.
Wait, is it Adra or is it Adra? Make up your minds, ghosts.
And that essence, the extraordinary heat of the forge, and our smith's skill is what made Durgan steel so remarkable.
I see. And now you're here, in Durgan's battery.
Stuck here, you mean? With all the others who sought to escape the eyeless.
Well, is that such a bad thing? Well, actually, you're trapped here. I see how it is. You're trapped here, never experiencing anything new. It sounds maddening.
Had we thought longer on the fate that awaited us, we might have chosen a quick death to this slow agony.
Blasphemy! There's no greater honor than remaining here, watching over the White Forge.
Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it.
I only wish we could protect this humble monument better.
Or do something. Anything. We were once among the greatest smiths in the known world. Tell me, do Kith still speak of us?
I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna say yes, and highly. You are still regarded as master smiths. What can it hurt if I lie to them? They're all dead.
That is good to know. It's only a shame that this legacy is nothing but a memory.
The White Forge radiates gentle warmth.
Is this why you braved the restless souls of Durgan's battery? To recover the process of Durgan steel?
Actually, I'm hunting a group called the Leaden Key, and they were seeking a way into the battery. So it all just made sense. At this admission, you feel a softening in the essence of the Pargrunin. In one moment, each soul and fragment is distinct, and in the next, they form an indistinguishable host. You perceive them as a school of fish caught in a tide, a flurry of snowflakes on the wind, a pantry full of fragrant spices.
Then I hope you're satisfied with what you found here.
Again, I genuinely don't know what I have found here. I have completely lost all traces of the story. But maybe somebody will summarize it in the journal after this is over.
At least you get to leave this place.
Yeah, after dying 1,000,000 times to the stupid battery sirens, you mean? I leave this place traumatized, possibly even more than you ghosts.
But it was good to be remembered, however briefly.
Yeah, I wish he would have forgotten all those battery sirens. As the souls of Durgan's battery speak to you, their collective essence takes shape, much like Marwold's did. There are scores of them, all torn by conflicting purposes and trapped in the memory of their lost battle. You taste the bitterness of their uncertain existence and feel the persistent ache of centuries. It is a slow, agonizing fate, but you find it in your power to grant them another. But you find it in your power to grant them another slow, agonizing fate? It's in my power to grant them another slow, agonizing fate? I guess it's in my power to grant them another fate, not another slow, agonizing fate. Perhaps a fast, pleasurable fate. So I can release them to roam, to seek new lives, or I can bind them to the cannons, or I could bind them to the White Forge to tend to their legacy. I mean, I feel like the three of them would want three different things. I think the main guy would want to stay. The Taliesin Jaffe would want to tend to the cannons, perhaps, and the woman would definitely want to leave. Let us. I mean, the kindest thing to do would be to let them roam free. Which, you know, thinking back to how I ended the Pillars of Eternity game, I did return all the souls to the Hollowborn. But that was at the request of Hyatha, or whoever that goddess was that I talked to. Have I talked to her yet? In this game? See, that's the thing that's really annoying about the way you have to play the DLC. You can't play the DLC if you have finished the game. So you have to load a previous game, and I don't remember when I loaded it. I think I had talked to them. And of course I can't get to my journal now. But I think when I started into the DLC, I had finished talking to the gods in that Star Council chamber place, and pledged my services to Hyatha, which I don't think is the right name, but it starts with an H. And anyway, all of that is a long way of saying I'm going to release them from Durgan's battery. You're free to roam again. Return to the wheel and seek new lives. I, as a warder, or watcher, I think I'm a watcher. I, as the watcher, adjudicate this. Couldn't think of a word to say. As the watcher, I adjudicate that you return to the wheel and seek new lives. You perceive the tenuous connections between the souls and the battery. As you sever them, the souls cry out, some in relief, and others in rage. Just as I suspected. Pressure builds in the ether, which swarms with essence and energy. You cover your ears and grit your teeth against the devastating hum that builds in the core of your soul. But you gain a lot of experience points. Quest completed. The White Forge. The White Forge is now available for your use. It has the unique ability to refine Durgan iron ingots. Multiple iron ingots are required to create a single refined ingot. After refinement, these ingots can be used at any time in enchanting recipes to augment weapons, shields, and armor with Durgan steel. Really? That's all that. And that's what we get is Durgan steel. Okay, I guess that's better than nothing. So that's the end of the White Forge, and the end of the White March DLC Part 1. I release the souls of Durgan's battery to return to the cycle of life and death. Well, we finally did it. We can finally leave this accursed place. What an absolute catastrophe the bottom of Durgan's battery was.
The time you stepped out of Durgan's battery and into the new snow outside, word had already spread of strange lights rising from the fortress and energy crackling in the sky. The survivors of Starward flocked to Durgan's battery, their steps hastened by the promise of peace and prosperity at last. They mended their walls, gathered their strength, and prepared their town for the new opportunities that were sure to come. And with the voices of Durgan's battery silent at last, none heard the distant groan of something stirring among the peaks, as massive and relentless as an avalanche.
Part 2, I presume. You have completed Pillars of Eternity, The White March, Part 1. To begin the next chapter of the story, rest in any location outside of White March. New quest, The Forgotten Army. Jumping across the gap, you leap, and for a dizzying moment the ground below flashes past, and then you are across the gap, and upon the second tower. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, my cat is just really being a pain in the butt today. She's not happy about something, and I don't know what. So, we do have a few leftover loose ends here around the White March. There's the Forgotten Army. The White Forge has been restored thanks to your efforts in the White March. I should depart the White March and rest. In time, Stalwart should begin to mend. Yeah, I have this Gray Sleeper quest. I've got this His Better Half quest. The Devil of Karok Wants Revenge. Got that quest. Hunter's Favor. To hunt down a wolf. That's a quest I haven't done yet. The Burden of Memory. Monahay, the Gift Bearer of Adra, seeks a hidden abbey. Haven't done that yet. A Good Haul. Fira is looking for lost artifacts from a Lagafeth attack. It's supposed to be on this map somewhere, as a matter of fact. I think that's it. Those are the quests from the White March. A bounty. We have to do a bounty. Songs of the Wild. I don't know about this one. I think this might be from before White March. Yeah, from the old Song District. I think that's one of the towns or something. I don't know. It's been a long time. That is going to be it for the White March. Man, what a slog it was toward the end. I'm going to set the difficulty back up to normal for the next time I play. I had to turn it down. I could not finish this game on... I couldn't even finish it on easy. I had to turn it down to story time to get through those last fights. Even though apparently I was over-leveled for this DLC when I started it. But I made the mistake of leveling the content up to match my level, and that was a big mistake. Oh well. So that's going to be a wrap on the White March DLC for Pillars of Eternity. Finally, it took me 2 years actually to finish it. I started it 2 years ago and only just now finished it. That's all for now. See you later.